Be sure to cook. Today we're going to be doing meatball subs. We're going to do everything homemade. And I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning inside of there. It's going to give this a great stir. That guys, I am good to go. I hear you. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So that was about 4 to 5. I'm back. Bye. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today we make an Italian sausage with onions and peppers. So let's do this. Stay tuned. Okay, before we start dealing with the sausage, we've got a green pepper, a red bell pepper, and an onion, and we're going to be using fresh chopped garlic and some seasonings. But we're going to have to cut these onions and peppers. So let's do this. Okay, with our green pepper, I'm just going to cut out and get all the seeds out of here. Now, if you're not using all this, I'm going to be doing a couple of sausages, probably about 8 or 9 of those. But you can use as many as you want, and you can chop as many as peppers and onions that you need. I'm probably going to need, look at this. See, you have to clean out everything, even little old stuff. This is going to be washed thoroughly. This has not been washed. I'm just cutting it up right now, and we're going to really give this vegetables a bath. Okay, I'm digging out all the seeds and everything out of here because I'm going to chop this whole pepper. Now, the thing that I want to tell you, you can chop a pepper anyway. I'm going to do this julienne style, and what I mean by julienne is I'm going to cut them in long strips. But if you have little kids or something like that, and they can't eat those, or you got somebody that's older that has a problem with eating long and stringy things, you can also chop this up or dice these up. You can do it any way you want to make your peppers. They don't have to be long to make this dish. This dish is quick and easy, and it don't take long for anyone to do it. But since I got so many people, I'm going to use all of this. All this is going to be discarded. And I'm also going to do my red bell pepper like that. Now, you don't have to use just the red bell pepper and the green one. You can also use the orange one, or you can also use the yellow one. You can use all of them if you want. Oh, that might be really good too. But I just like, me personally, I'm just going to use all these. But if I did have all the peppers, I would use all the peppers. Now, make sure you cut the peppers. You can either dice them or julienne them. And the onions also, you can either dice them or julienne them. I'm going to julienne all. So let's cut all of these, and let's get all of the seeds out, and let's get these washed up. Okay, I prefer any type of onion, and since this was on sale, I went ahead and got a yellow onion. Usually I use white. I use all kinds. You don't have to use a certain type of onion. So since I make it, if you haven't made this before, you can use any onion. You can use a purple onion. You can use a yellow onion, a white onion, any onion you want. It don't have to be what I'm making, as long as you have an onion. Okay, so let me show you how julienne these, so you know what I'm talking about. For people who don't know, for people that know, you might say, oh, she's so stupid. Why is she showing me how to do? Okay, you want them long and thinner. If you're not, you can also dice these too. And if you have a lot of people, dice them. Dice those suckers up. Okay, then after I did julienne them, what I did is I run my knife 2 times over them. They're still julienne, but they're just smaller, where everybody can get a little bit, because you put a lot of this on your sausage, it's really good. So when these cook, these are going to cook down, and you see this is not going to be that many at all. So you might want to make a lot of them if you're fixing like 10 or 11 of them, because you need a lot of these. Now we're going to rinse these off, and we're going to start chopping our garlic. Okay, after I wash these, I'm taking them and I'm putting them in my salad spinner because I don't want all that water. And then lock that in. Oop, and I'm gonna lock this in. I don't want all that water in my vegetables. So I'm gonna dry these out like I'm drying, like I'm doing the salad. Okay, this little thing here is powerful. It shakes the whole table. But it gets the job, yeah, great. It don't feel all of that wet. And look what it does. It captures all that water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit these down. I'm going to drain the water. We're going to do it one more time to make sure we get all the water. Because when I'm cooking these vegetables, I don't want to steam these. I want to just cook these. So I don't want a lot of water or juice into my sausage. That's not going to taste good. Okay, I got this big, lovely, beautiful piece of garlic. This is a huge, and I'm going to cut the tips off of them. This garlic clove is huge. I know when people peel it, it's like, oh my God, it takes forever. But if you cut off the tips, it usually just comes straight off like that. You know, I know for the first time, it's going to be like, oh my God. I have another small one over here like that, and I'm going to cut off the tip on the back of this. I cut off front and back tips. Always do. Okay, that was the front, and I cut off that one. I cut off this one. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to slice them thin. So I'm going to be slicing this garlic thin, or you can just dice it up. You know, if you want it, just dice it up. I'm going to slice it thin, and I'm going to also dice it up. So let me go ahead and slice this up. Okay, so I slice these up thin, and I'm just going to run my knife over them. Oh, look, smell that garlic. Oh my God, why come we don't have smell-o-vision like all the other cooks? And smell-o-vision, if you had smell-o-vision, oh my God, you'd be so happy because you'd be like, I'm full already. I watched her cook, I'm full, and I'm just ready to go home and go to bed. I mean, just lay down. But you are home. What am I talking about? Okay, dicing that up, and guess where this is going? It is going into our vegetables. And it's going to be my fingers run through all these vegetables. Sorry, guys. Just sometimes I get to talking, and I just be talking. I don't even know what I be saying half the time because I'm just so excited. Okay, with this, I am also going to do some seasonings. So let me get some seasonings together. Okay, I'm using about 1 tablespoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It's just a little bit amount. It's not that big. It's a little bitty thing. It's 1/4 teaspoon. You want to use that, but I'm using sea salt. And I'm getting some Mrs. Dash. And you want to sprinkle about, for this, you want to sprinkle about 1/2 of a teaspoon. And then some black cracked pepper. And I want to make my peppers kind of big, but if you got just regular old ground pepper, just put a little pepper in there. Mrs. Dash has already got that in there, so you might not need it. And then me, actually, I mean, you don't have to. I'm just sprinkling a little bit of garlic powder because whole fresh garlic and garlic powder is totally different. To me, it's like they taste different to me, but I mean, I'm just a big old garlic fan. If you're not a garlic fan, then discard all of the garlic and just use, your seasonings. You can use, whatever you got, oregano, Italian seasoning, or you can use thyme, whatever you want. Okay, you can use any type of Italian sausage you want. I am using a mild and a sweet. So I'm doing both. So I've got, you can make your own if you want. That's a sweet. This is a mild. You can use any one you want if you want. Any kind of sausage you want. So right now, I'm just going to place these sausages in here because I want to cook them a little bit. And then we're going to take these out when they're still raw because I just want to get them halfway cooked because the vegetables don't take long. But you can throw all your vegetables, everything in there and just cook these going down. But I want them in here. I'm going to put a little olive oil on these first. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of olive oil. So for these, since I'm using so much, it usually is a teaspoon, but I'm going to be using a tablespoon. This is adding up two of these about one whole full tablespoon. And I'm just going to sprinkle these all over this glass. And I'm just going to rough these sausages up. I'm just going to just massage these into the olive oil because these sausages sometimes don't make, you know, a lot of juice or oil with them. So I'm just putting a little olive oil on them, you know. Mines are not really fatty, you know. They're kind of lean, and I'm mixing them up so nobody knows which sweet or sour. Hey, whatever sweet or mild they're going to get, it doesn't make a difference. You know, let them figure it out. I just mix them up, get a both different tastes. Sweet, mild, it doesn't make a difference. These are going to go in a 350 oven for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put on, because I want some of the sausage juice to get on the bottom of this pan. I'm going to take these out. They're still going to be raw. I'm going to put my onions and peppers in there, and I'm going to let these rip. Okay, these sausage are still raw. But see how they kind of like cooking? I'm going to take these, and I'm going to put them on a plate, and I'm going to put my vegetables. I told you they were still going to be raw. I wanted to get some of the oil from the sausage inside of the pan because I want that flavor. These sausages are going to cook down right on the vegetables. Let's get the vegetables in. I wanted the vegetables to sit with the garlic for a while, and I wanted it all marinated. And there they are marinated. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull them into my pan with all my garlic and all the seasons that we did. It's going to be good. See, you get all that. And I want to scrape it because I'm greedy. I want everything out of here. Okay. Then there's all that. We discard this. In the sink. And oops, one of those fell on the floor. I will get that. Clean that up. Then I am going to turn the sausage over to the other side. Getting these all together. Okay, and here the sausage go into the oven again. And let's let these babies brown up and cook good. Okay, so here they are. We cooked these sausages about 25 more minutes, and we put the onions in them. So when you do that, if you want the good brownness, what you do is you just take those sausage out after your onions and peppers, because it takes a while to get those onions and peppers done. And you put these on a clear pan or sheet, and you go ahead and you put those on, do a browning on those because you want them to get them nice and brown. Stick those back in here when the onions are done and nice and tender. It depends on how you want your onions. I like mine soft but a little crispy at the same time, but you can get yours all soft. So here they are. Then you have to wait for at least about 15 minutes to cool them down so you can get all those juices back in the sausage. You don't touch them. You don't put a knife in them. You don't poke with them. You just leave them alone and let them generate all that juice. So here they are, our Italian sausage with peppers and onions and that garlic. So we got these buns here, and let me show you how we do it. We open up and get one of these sausages, and we put them on the bun. I'm going to get a couple of these sausages. We're going to put them on the bun. Open this up. Oh yeah, got too many. Slide that on there like that. I'm going to do the other one. And there you go. And look at these. Look at these onions and peppers, garlic and all that. We're just going to slide that on just like that. Peppers and onions. These are delicious. And this is the best thing you can do. Like I said, you can do it. Julienne, you can chop these up. You can put little. You can put a lot. It's up to what you want. If you like a lot of peppers, just fill it up with peppers. Just fill it up with onions and peppers. And there you go, guys. Good old onions, peppers, and Italian sausages. Hey, this is quick and easy and anybody can make it. Peppers, sausages, great for the weekend. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my show. Please like, share, and subscribe to YouTube. Come back and see us next time for another great show. See you later. Bye.